Buddy, I'm Av Gojo, and yeah, I know it's been a really long time since I have done my what ifs video. I'm only doing a couple of reaction videos. I know, I'm getting maybe a little bit lazy, but I have school, and I hope you guys understand it. So yeah, I'm pretty young. I'm at least 15 by now. I'm gonna be 16 really soon, so I hope you guys understand it. But this what if is actually a special one since I want to do it, and I want to be a New Year's what if. This is what if I was Deku's brother. Now, if you guys are wondering why I would look like Gohan, it's because of my quirk itself. If you're wondering why I have all my memories, no, I'm practically refreshing myself. I'll be practically a new being. I'll practically be the twin brother of Deku. Of course, I will most likely look a little bit older, but we actually will be twins. I will look a little bit different. Of course, when I don't have my hair be spiky, I'll most likely have it the same way as Deku, but it'll be a lot more darkened or black full color. Of course, my eyes are like my father. If you're wondering, yes, Goku is our father. In this timeline, Goku would have married Inko. Goku is not a Saiyan, but he does have a quirk known as Saiyan Warrior. This is a powerful quirk that allows him to access transformations like Super Saiyan. If you want, both Beerus and Whis do exist, but they're known as the godly heroes. Heroes who are above any other heroes in comparison to their nature. Of course, no one knows about Whis being an angel, but he's only teaching Beerus how to be the godly number one hero. He's the world's number one godly hero, and there's no other like him. Dooku is actually the second godly hero, but he's still no match to the power of Beerus. He has unlocked Ultra Instinct by the time. Of course, I would have gotten my quirk known as a Hybrid Saiyan Warrior. While Deku will be quirkless, but his potential actually be incredibly higher because of Goku. Both me and Deku will constantly be training and always want to prove our limits. I'm literally able to grow strong enough to awaken Akari, a form that is basic to the Saiyan race, or a Saiyan race for those who possess the Saiyan quirk, like Prince Vegeta, who's our uncle in this timeline. Yes, Vegeta does exist in this timeline, so does Trunks. If you're wondering, Boa will kind of have a crush on me since you're practically the same age. If you're wondering, yes, I'm making both Trunks and Boa to be twins instead of older brother and sister. So, yeah. With this, of course, Boo have a crush on me, and I really like her as well, since she's smart, she's strong, and I respect her a lot. Even her mother. She actually helped me in this timeline of getting a lot more smarter. Of course, our mother always cares for us and wants the best for us and alongside to protect us, which Goku always does. He trains me the most because I have similar quirk to his, but he does not stop to train Deku as well. If you want, Ki is actually a normal thing, and All Might actually has Ki since he has been training with Goku. All Might is kind of a best friend with Goku and has learned Ki from him. He's a lot more stronger than his prime, but so is All For One. All For One is actually incredibly strong. It works with Goku's enemy, known as Frieza. Frieza has constantly trying to surpass Beerus for many years, but it seems no matter how hard he tries, he cannot do that. And of course, my father and Vegeta were able to stop him. But me and Deku will be the next generation of heroes who must stop Frieza once and for all. If we don't, then Frieza will continue his reign even after his own son, Kuriza. Kuriza is even stronger than his father than when he was in his prime. Frieza has been getting older, yes, but his power is still incredible. Frieza ages even slower than any Saiyan with a quirk. Saiyan quirks, so yeah. If we want the same quirk, we'll most likely keep our prime at our 19s, which I'm increasing our lifespan. If we want Deku's lifespan will also be increased because he does not have a quirk, but his DNA itself. Eventually, when Deku gets one for all, he'll be a lot stronger by the time. Both me and Deku are incredibly stronger. Deku can easily defeat most of the top heroes in his base form. We also were able to create that technique known as Kaoken thanks to our father. With me able to access Super Saiyan and master it, even Super Saiyan 2 as well. By the time of my training, I was able to get a lot stronger. Even achieve the Super Saiyan 3 transformation like my father, but master it by the time. Eventually, when we would have reached our 16s, I was able to achieve the new transformation known as Super Saiyan 4. Eventually, I would have been trained by Whis, so I get a lot stronger and to get basic control over God Ki, which Super Saiyan 4 does possess a glimpse amount of God Ki, but not to a full extent. With the help of Whis, I'm able to get Super Saiyan God. I have not mastered it, but I have incredibly good control over it. Deku also has gained a little bit of God Ki, even though he does not have The same core, he does possess Kaioken and One for All, which is incredibly good combo. Deo can already use 85% of One for All around his body, which is full cowling. With this, Deo can easily match me in my Super Saiyan 2, and when he stacks Kaioken, he can actually even push me to using Super Saiyan 4, but not Super Saiyan God. I'm still showing the Deku because of my experience and a lot more training with Whis, which makes him a lot more experienced than Deku. Of course, eventually, me and Bo will start to date, and eventually we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Of course, Deku still not found someone that he likes, which Trunks still the same. Of course, Baku would have not bullied Deku in his timeline, since he would most likely would have not met him, and me and Deku most likely would have been in the same school in a different way. Of course, eventually, we able to enter the UA. After doing the exams, it would be pretty easy for both me and Deku. But of course, we have no struggle with the exam. I almost had Trunks in the first exam, with all of us passing with flying colors. With me and Deku actually being the top, while Boo and Trunks are actually behind us. If you're wondering, we have been training alongside being taught by Boma a lot more than Boa and Trunks, so we're a lot more educated than they are. Even though they're pretty smart on their own, they were able to get 100%, while both me and Deku were able to get 150%, due to us able to correct the mistakes on the exam which Nezo put. Eventually, when it comes to the physical exam, both me and Dale were easy able to destroy multiple pointers with no difficulty, as we will only use Ki Blast or just our bare fists. I was able to hold back, so I have a little bit of a challenge alongside Deku, since we both know this will be a wash for us. Even All Might and Goku knows that, so they would have specially upgraded some of the pointers to actually match us even a little. Some of the pointers were actually able to match even All Might at his prime, but All Might is a lot more stronger than he was in his prime power. If when All Might in his prime, in this timeline, is actually even stronger when he was in his original canon prime, making him at least 100 if not even 1,000 times stronger than before, which makes some of the pointers to actually be a lot more tougher for the normal students, while actually be not that tough for us. Of course, when it comes to the zero pointers, with both me and Deku have to face, I was easily able to obliterate mine with my Dragon Fist, which I was able to learn thanks to my father. While Deku used a powerful Detroit Smash, he was able to use only 25% One for All, since in base form I'm still stronger than Deku. So yeah, eventually we both of us were able to pass the exam. I'll be on the top, Deku will be on in a second because of how many hero points we're able to get, while Boa and Trunks were able to get third and fourth, and Bago is fifth, with Oraka being sixth. Of course, Deku still falls for Oraka, and I'm pretty happy about my brother, since she is a really kind person. Eventually, both me and my brother would have entered 1A, class 1A. Eventually, both of us were able to get pretty good in the class. Of course, we both know about Mr. Aizawa. We both respect him as a hero because he also respects us because he knows that our father is one of the most powerful heroes, and he also respects that we are not as dumb as he is when it comes to battling or talking with people seriously. But Goku does have his down and up moments. So yeah. Of course, if you're wondering, Goku is a little bit smarter in this timeline. So yeah. Of course, both me and Deku were able to easily match some of the exams. And when he actually give us orientation, or you could say a test, to test our power, both me and Deku were able to pass it with flying colors. Of course, we both would have held back a little, since he didn't want to discourage our fellow classmates. I was able to throw the ball, but I'm gonna say that I was able to throw it at least 1 quintillion meters, while Deku only throw it at least 100 billion meters. Both were able to throw it at least 200 billion meters, and Trunks were able to throw it at least 500 billion meters. Yes, Deku, in comparison to base form power, is slightly the weakest of us. But when it comes to raw strength and skill, both me and Deku are actually pretty equal. Of course, Bull does see Deku as a pretty experienced person and pretty much more confident. Deku is actually not that shy in his timeline, and because of me, he's actually a lot more confident and knows how to act cool and when to intervene in a battle or an argument. Of course, both me and Deku are the strongest in the class, and we're able to rock from. I'll be on first while Deku will be in second. Of course, both me and Deku are pretty close to power, but I still held the lead because of my god form. Of course, Aizawa will tell me to both me, Boa, Trunks, and Deku to start holding back. Of course, I would sign and tell Aizawa that I want to actually have a little bit more challenge, which Aizawa does respect for me, since he sees that I want to push everyone else beyond their limits, since we already have pushed ourselves beyond our limits. and so I really respects my decision. Of course, eventually after some time, I'm able to train with Whis once again, and Whis actually gives me a late birthday gift, which BOS was actually preparing as well. It was actually my own staff, which is red and silver in color, similar to Whis, but instead of gold, blue, and black, it has silver, black, and red, which I really like those colors. And I thank them. Which also explains that this staff is similar to his, except that it can only heal and not give infinite food, and also has a time chamber inside of it, which 10 minutes is equivalent to 10 years, meaning I can spend 1 minute in there for 1 year, which is pretty impressive. Eventually, I decided to use it with my fellow classmates, and eventually, we will both of us will use the time chamber, or what I call it, the white void of time. With this, all of us would have trained for at least 20 minutes, and these 20 years of training were able to push our entire class to new heights. By the time Bakugo is already becoming stronger than even Prime All Might from the original from the canon Miyahama universe, or you can say My Hero Academia. With this, most of our classmates are a lot more powerful and stronger than All Might and his Prime in the original timeline, which brings them to even much more powerful stages. Both me and Deku have now fully mastered our powers. Deku can now use 150% of One for All on top of Kaioken times 100, while I can use my God form perfectly and have already achieved Super Blue. With both of us became a lot stronger, we are both are proud from the progress that we were able to be done. But both me and Deku have been training on one specific technique that we've been trying to tell us or even teach us from the very beginning, Ultra Instinct. We think that maybe Deku will be much more closer to me. He has a much more calm mind, but also I can be really close as well. Deku does not have similar quirks to me, but his biology by itself is pretty impressive, even much more impressive than a normal human. Eventually, both of them enter our time class, we became a lot stronger. And eventually, most of the events that happened in the original My Hero Academia will actually go a little bit much more easier for Class 1A or our class. And with this one, most likely able to easily defeat most of our enemies. Of course, when it comes to a sport festival, I'm most likely able to rank up first, and Deku will be ranked up second, Bullet third, Trunks fourth, and Barry will be fifth, with Shoto being being seventh, and the rest of the class 1A is after them. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, yes, the class 1A will most likely would have been multiple of the battles, and eventually will be a face-off against me and Deku, with both of us being eager to fight one another. I'll power up into Super Saiyan 2, not holding anything back, as Deku power up into 25% One for All. Both of us will rush against one another, as the guy will be surprised by our speed, with of course both All Might and Goku being proud of us and our progress. Even All Might thinks that maybe Deku is actually getting much more closer to my level. Even I'm actually getting closer to even Goku. And Goku tells All Might that indeed that they are, since they have grown a lot stronger, with Vegeta agreeing, saying that the two hybrids have become a lot stronger over the years, seemingly as they have always pushed each other even more. With the battle, of course, continue as I ranked up to Super Saiyan 4, with Deku powering up into 78% of One for All as our battle continues on. Seemingly as our battle continues on, Deku continues to push me even further. I'll go into my God form and Goku will use One for All 100% on top of Kaioken times 20. Our battle continues to rage on as seemingly I have the upper edge. Deku would then decide to do something risky. Of course, with Deku confused as Deku will shout Kaioken times 1000. And with this roar, Deku will power up immensely as he shakes the entire planet. With this power up alone, I'll be surprised that Deku can actually push his body this further. And I will just smirk, telling Deku that he's not the only one who can push the Kaioken. Deku is of course confused because he actually didn't know that I can push it even further myself. I will then roar that became a Super Saiyan Blue, and then I will shout Kaioken times 50. And with this power boost, I was able to slightly match Deku's power. Both of them rush against one another, as seemingly we're both equal, but Deku has an advantage on speed, while his stamina is draining a little bit faster than mine. Eventually, I'll shout Kaioken times 100, and with this big boost of power, I'll continue to fight Deku. Eventually, I'll decide to drop out of Kaioken as I'll roar as my hair becomes a dark bluish color, but you'll be surprised as he smirks, as he says, since the boy has also achieved my level beyond Super Saiyan Blue. With that, our roar as I became a Super Saiyan Blue evolution. I'll then roar Kaioken times 20 as my power now rivals Goku Deku, if not even more. Our battle continues to original as the entire planet shakes in our battle. Eventually, after some time, I was able to defeat Deku, as I was able to last much longer because of my stamina not being dropped out as Deku was. Eventually, I'll pop up a sense of being for myself and Deku so he can heal up. But before the festivals can even end, Frieza and Kuriza will appear, with all four appearing with a smirk, seeming as they're ready to fight us. I'll power up to Super Blue while Kuriza power up to his golden form and rush against me. I'll be able to dodge his attacks as we continue to battle one another. Goku would rush against Frieza using Super Saiyan Blue, with Frieza powering up into his golden form as he rushes against Goku. Vegeta also joins as part of Super Saiyan Blue, joining Goku on the battle between him and Frieza. While Deku would have rushed against All For One with All Might, as All For One were able to block both their attacks, but Deku's attack is actually a lot stronger than All Might's, able to push through All For One, within pushing Kuriza. Eventually, All For One would laugh as he would fuse with Frieza, surprising both me and Deku alongside Goku and Vegeta and All Might as they became All Freezer. Frieza would then power up to his black form as he sees the entire multiverse. With his power boost alone, Beerus is shocked as this warrior's power is incredibly powerful and yet dark. He cannot even feel any glimpse of light inside of it. It's so dark he cannot even sense any regular ki. It's like it's so dark he cannot even do that. Both me and Deku decided we must end this. As both of us get in the stance of doing the fusion dance, Frieza of course tries to stop us, but both and Vegeta are able to use their ultra forms to stop him. In just a nick of time, both me and Deku fuse into Gohaku. As Gohaku would rush against All Freezer, our battle between two fusions will begin. As Gohaku will continue to battle on with All Freezer, with All Freezer being pushed back in his black form, while our fusion between me and my brother will say it's time to keep it up to high gear. Of course, All Freezer is shocked as we'll then take a deep breath as we'll power up to Master Ultra Instinct. But that will be not all, as we roar, shouting one for all, 100%. And with this big power boost, a green lightning will surround us, as the fusion will look back now with the full greenish eyes, telling All Freezer that this ends now. All Freezer is shocked as we appear behind him, and we strike him 1 quintillion times in just a second. This surprises him as he's stunned and coughs up blood. He tries to attack us, but with just a one fell swoop, we're able to annihilate him. As we power up a final Detroit Kamehameha, and we're able to end him once and for all. Kuritor is put on jail, and eventually, due to his father's crimes, he is eventually killed because of it. Eventually, both me and Deku became the new next #1 heroes. Eventually, I was able to surpass Beerus after many years as I became an adult. And eventually, I was able to gain world's #1 godly hero, known as Gohan, while Deku would have became the world's #1 hero, Deku, the symbol of hope, and me being Gohan, the symbol of justice and hope as well. With both of us becoming new symbols of peace and hope and justice, we were able to bring peace to the entire universe, as both our powers were enough to defend anything we have. Eventually, both me and Bua will have a son, as I'll be pretty happy about it. With Deku also having a son with Uraka by the time, is the next generation has already begun. If you're wondering what happened to Eri, she was saved by me and Deku, and she sees me as an uncle while she was adopted by Deku, my brother. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Sayonara.